So when it comes to domestic violence or any type of abuse whatsoever, even if it's very minuscule type of abuse, it is definitely something that should always be a cause for concern. And I definitely want to put a bit of a disclaimer at the start of this video, because I'm going to be showing some clips. Now, these clips aren't as like heavy or as, you know, as harsh as maybe like something else that I've covered in the past or anything like that, but I would still say that for some people, this might be a little triggering when it comes to, you know, because this is talking. We are going to be talking about abuse. We are going to be talking about domestic violence in this video. And that is in relation to a YouTuber named ImAllexx. Now, this guy is a relatively big YouTuber. He has over 2 million subscribers on his main channel, and he also has like several other channels as well that he's plugged underneath his main channel, with another one of them almost reaching 500,000 subscribers. And there has been some clips that have started to go around Twitter in the last 24 hours of, it seems that his girlfriend is the one who has initially recorded these, and I don't know how these got out. I don't know where she posted them, but I've seen these being reposted on Twitter, and there's multiple clips that we're going to go over, but I'm going to show this first one right here, and this is of her in the phone call with her boyfriend, ImAllexx. So her name is Malice, at least from what her Discord name is. And obviously she's talking to her boyfriend, ImAllexx. And things kind of get, you know, it definitely seems that they are arguing. And it seems that he goes a little bit too far with what he says.
Normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend.
Yeah, acting like this is all just me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. Because this one, genuinely, this one, you fucked this, royally fucked this.
Now, we don't have that much context in the background for this, at least of what, like, I have seen. I haven't really seen any, like, full context being posted, but it's obviously that they are going through some type of fight. Like, it's normal couple things. Couples fight all the time, but I definitely find that this is more than just like someone, like a couple fighting, mainly because, like I said, this is just one of 3 clips. There's 3 different clips that I'm going to show out through this video, which is why I say it's cause for concern. And not just that, not just them fighting, because like I said, when it comes to couples fighting, that happens all the time. But I show this here, this is obviously she's talking to a friend through Discord and showing some of the screenshots of the things that ImAllexx has like sent her. And if you look at some of these, like, you know, back-to-back messages of him saying like, I hate you, generally because Venna, I don't know like exactly what he's saying, and you push the knife in, it's fucking weird, I hate you for real. And it's really hard to see a lot of, like, you know, the stuff that's really, you know, because it is a bit blurry, so it's hard to see like some of the smaller messages, but I can definitely see one here that says like, shut your whore mouth. And also not just that, but the way he goes about it and talking about how he's going to beat her with a brick up against the wall. Now, obviously we know that he's not going to do that. Well, at least I'd hope so. You know, you never know. When it comes to a lot of people these days, you never know what, like, someone's actually capable of. You know, people have done shit like that in the past to their partners. It's happened a lot throughout history. But I'd like to think that he actually wouldn't do that. But even though he wouldn't go ahead and do that, saying that to someone, especially when you're in a heated moment, is definitely pause for concern, because like it is such an abusive way to go about like an argument that you're currently involved in with your significant other. And I'm going to show this second clip here as well, which is a little bit of a shorter clip. This one only goes for about 12 seconds, but it's pretty much once again just him kind of belittling her like a lot when it comes to, once again, I think this is mostly a different day because her profile picture is different, and I'm pretty sure he's dressed differently as well. So this is like a completely different scenario. So to me, this just seems like a terrible relationship in general, where if they're arguing and they're, you know, speaking like this to each other a lot, or at least from what we've seen, because like I said, we've only seen what he is saying to her, that, you know, the way he's speaking to her, this is not a great relationship.
But when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good fucking dog, you don't fucking do it. You fight for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing, because you end up admitting that you fucked it all up anyway. So it's just fucking weird. And I know that you're going to end up admitting that you fucked it all up, which is why I see.
So once again, that second clip right there, just a little bit shorter than the first clip. But even then, the way he's speaking to her calling her a good fucking dog. And you can tell that he's obviously somewhat serious with the way that he's speaking to her. And this is definitely going over a line of being like some kind of domestic violence. Now, it's not obviously physical, and like I said, I hope it's not physical. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter make some assumptions about the fact that like he seems like someone who would hit a woman, and like I would like to think that he doesn't. I would honestly like to think that, you know, he doesn't physically abuse her in any way, because that to me is the most horrible thing that a man could do. Like to like actually lay hands on a woman, especially your significant other, to me is just like absolutely disgraceful. But even the way that he's speaking to her and some of the things that he is saying to her is absolutely unacceptable. Like I have been in some heated arguments with a significant other in the past. Don't get me wrong. I am definitely not the best boy. I've definitely not been the best boyfriend in some relationships. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying here that like I'm Mr. Perfect. Everything that I've said in a relationship and done is absolutely great. But there is no way in hell that you would ever get me in an argument when I'm trying to dispute something with my significant other, with my partner, that I would ever tell her that I'm going to bash her brains with a brick, or to call her to sit there like the dog that she is. Now, before I get into more about this, once again, like I said, there is 3 clips, and I'm going to show you this last one. This last one is kind of more of, to me, it's not really more like an abusive thing, but to me, it's a little bit manipulative, and I'll explain why I think it is.
Like massive issues there, and you think you can just fucking ignore them because like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. Your boyfriend's a fucking famous internet celebrity and doesn't trust these people because he has to keep his circle small. Because you might not have anything to fucking lose, because your life might be down the fucking drain. But I still have quite a lot that I would like to fucking give. You're making it incredibly fucking hard for me, just like Lewis did. I fucking hate all of you. You guys are fucking like I can't make any videos with Paul Breach.
That last clip right there is a lot of that, if you were listening carefully, it's pretty much just him belittling her and talking about how like he has all this going for him. He's this big YouTuber. He makes a lot of money. He makes videos and all that kind of shit. And that she has nothing going for her whatsoever. Now, the reason why I think that like this is manipulative, and I mean, once I explain myself, you'll probably agree with me, is because when it comes to a lot of abusive relationships, whether it's a male abusing a female abusing a male, more when it comes to the male abusing like a female, when it comes to them initiating power over someone, what a lot of abusers tend to do is that they will belittle that person. They will belittle them and make them believe that they have nothing going for them whatsoever, that they have nothing else going for them in their life, and that you, the person who's abusing them, is the thing that like, I have everything going for me, so therefore you should keep dating me because you're nothing. Without me, you're pretty much nothing. And to me, that's what it seems like he's going about in this clip. Is he doing it like, obviously he like, does he exactly know what he's saying? No. But he's still abusive, and he's still like manipulating her into like believing that she is this like absolute nothing. Now, obviously, I can't comment of like the person that she is. Maybe, you know, maybe her life isn't in the greatest part right now, but even as a significant other, that's not something that you say to your partner. If your partner is going through a rough time and say they actually don't have anything going for them, the worst thing to do is to tell them that, because you're just belittling them. And if she does, he's obviously just trying to like, you know, push it down even more to just get her to stick around through this abuse that he's obviously putting out. Now, I will say this as well. We've only gotten like her side of things, at least what he has said and the way that he's going about this whole entire argument. I've not seen anything of like what she has said, what it has instigated these arguments. But even then, like, unless she has said something completely like bad to him, or she has like physically hit him and he's like retaliating, which this to me, like, it doesn't seem like anything like that is going on. Like, I'm just trying to play with my videos, at least if it's completely obvious. You know, this one is pretty much obvious, but a lot of the times I like to put in both of the sides, obviously, but even then, I can't really see that happening. To me, this just seems like this woman is in an abusive relationship with this guy, and if I was her, I feel like her recording this and this getting out is kind of her way of like, you know, pretty much asking for help and like showing the internet that, hey, my boyfriend, who's this YouTuber, you know, this relatively big, because 2 million subscribers, even though there's a lot of people these days who have 2 million plus subs, that's still a big deal. If you have 2 million subs, you're making a decent amount of money, and you are an extremely well-known person on the internet. She's like basically saying, hey, this big YouTuber is, you know, being abusive to me. And I think that's, you know, great of her to at least like kind of come out in this way. Maybe there's definitely better ways that she could have gone about it, like, you know, dealing with it privately. I mean, obviously, you know, getting not so much of like me saying like, I don't want to see this shit. I'm making a video about it, and you know, I do care about this because abuse in any way possible is bad. But I just mean for her, because now, you know, this stuff's going to be on the internet, and you know, I kind of feel bad for her that this stuff's going to go out there, and I feel like this is most likely going to get more popular. At least I hope so, because then like people will be able to get back to her and help her out and make sure that she is fine, which to me from these clips showed it does not really seem like she is. But I hope all this gets resolved, and what she needs to do right now is that all this stuff is getting out. She needs to go seek help from someone, whether it's a friend, whether it's a professional, whether it's a family member, and she needs to get herself as far away from possible as this guy. Now, I know how hard it is to get out of an abusive relationship. I've been there myself. Trust me. I know where this girl is probably coming from. She's probably like tried to break it off with him multiple times, at least from the messages that she has sent him about how she can't do this anymore and all that shit. To me, it seems like she doesn't want to be in this relationship. But when someone's abusive, it is very, very hard to get out of that, and you can't really understand why it is to get out of an abusive relationship unless you've been there yourself. But hopefully she does try and find this way out. I mean, this guy's got to definitely come back and say something. I definitely can't see, you know, his side of the story making this any better. If I was him, you know, you just got to come out and say, hey, yep, I fucked up, I'm an asshole, and then just break up with her, let her go, and let her, you know, be able to heal from you being a complete piece of shit. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about this down below. That's it from me. Peace out.